My name is Tommy Springfield.
And I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that.
And this is Welcome to My City.
How you doing?
The city is Springfield. The state is Massachusetts. I like to think I'm the
King of talk.
King of talk.
That's a pretty big expectation, like for me,
It is.
right? It's like, you're the king of talk? Bless you. It's like, you're the king of talk? You better be a good talker.
You better bring it, man.
Yeah, bring it.
You better bring it.
Yeah, move over, Joe Rogan.
I also like to think I'm the king of my city and also the king of my state. If you like how I do things here, please hit that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. As you already know, the show is called Welcome to My City, and today's video is right up the road. Out of Connecticut, a man was held captive for 20 years by his stepmama. I don't believe it. I can't understand it. Let's get to the video.
Well, this next story sounds like the plot out of a horror movie. A man held against his will in a home in Connecticut for over 20 years.
Yeah, he is now finally free after spending nearly his entire life locked in a room with little food and almost no contact with the outside world.
Police rescued him from a home in Waterbury, Connecticut last month. They say the 32-year-old man weighed just 70 pounds when they discovered him locked in the room.
Wow, he's been starved to death. He's 30-something years old and he only weighed 72 pounds. This is crazy.
This afternoon, his stepmother is now facing charges for holding him captive. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis joins us now live from Waterbury with much more on this very disturbing story. Marcus.
Well, listen, Dave, an investigation is underway by the school district, by Children's Services, to see how this child disappeared from their radar 20 years ago. Today, he is an adult and is...
And you are exactly right, brother. He slipped through the cracks. At some point, he was in school, and then he just stopped showing up. Nobody cared. The state didn't show up and say, what happened to this kid? Where is this kid? Why is he not going to school? So many people, other than the stepmom, should go to prison also.
been living in what police describe are conditions worse than a jail cell. Kimberly Sullivan posted bail today, but she is the one now facing a lifetime of confinement. The 56-year-old...
How was there even a bail? She held somebody hostage for over 20 years. Why would there be a bail? I don't understand it. I can't comprehend it. Could you please get in the comment section and explain it to me, somebody? How the fuck would she get a bail?
Is accused of keeping her stepson locked in a room with little food and no medical care for 2 decades.
This is the worst treatment of humanity that I've ever witnessed.
Today, investigators were back on the block of the alleged house of horrors, which remains boarded up. Last month, the victim deliberately started a fire on the 2nd floor in a successful bid to be freed. The 32-year-old, who weighed just 68 pounds, shocked first responders, telling them about his years in captivity, locked in an 8-foot by 9-foot room virtually 24 hours a day.
Throughout the years, it appeared that the locks increased in security levels as time progressed, and obviously he became older and maybe a little bit stronger.
So as he got older and was growing up, she would add more locks. Was he watching TV? Like, what was he doing in that room? Like, I've been to jail before, and, you know, no entertainment, no roommates. That should have drive you crazy.
Yesterday, police charged Sullivan with assault, kidnapping, and unlawful restraint. The victim told police as a boy he begged classmates for food and ate items out of the garbage. In 2005, Waterbury Police and Children's Services conducted a welfare check when the victim was 11 and had stopped going to school. But police say nothing unusual was detected.
So 11-year-old stopped going to school, was begging other teens for food when he did go to school, and they detected nothing strange going on. Well, down in North Carolina, they just executed a man for the first time in 15 years by the firing squad. Could you go get everybody in goddamn Connecticut that has something to do with this shit and put them in front of the goddamn firing squad? because they all failed this boy. Death is not even good enough for them. The system failed him, and I'm not even caring about the stepmother anymore. She shouldn't be in prison alone. It should be a whole bunch of other people going to prison with her. Where's the daddy?
The victim says for years he was only allowed out of his room briefly in the mornings to do chores, and that conditions worsened when his father died last year. The family's longtime next-door neighbor is still processing the shock.
So his father was in on this treatment too, because he just died last year. So, dig his ass up and put him in a goddamn jail cell next to that bitch. Let her sit next to a dead fucking corpse, because that's what she deserved, and that's what the fuck that dead corpse deserved to be too.
For 10 years with my wife, and I'm out here cutting the grass. If he were at that window and would have just tapped and said, help me, of course I would have been like, what's going on? I would have called the police, something.
Well, the victim continues to receive medical care as well as psychological treatment. In the meantime, Sullivan's lawyer says that his client was simply carrying out rules that were set forth by her late husband. She is currently free on $300,000 bond.
So they must got money. She bailed out for $300,000, and her side of the stories I'm doing what my husband wanted me to do. I mean, maybe so, because the husband was alive up until last year, so maybe the husband was the one keeping the son hostage. We will never know. Like I always say, I present you with the facts. I give you my opinion on those facts. If you like how I do that, please hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, click all, so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. It's free. It's never gonna hurt you, always gonna help me. If you're a supporter of the channel, much love and respect. I salute you. And if you're one of them haters out here that support this type of behavior, cut the shit. That part.